Hello, this is my attempt at a video vlog for the purpose of documenting a life. And no, I don't want to state a particular utility for this documentation because that might be restrictive of its actual value. But in my conception, I am presuming individuals who observe this will utilize this as comparison for their lives, and potentially it will assist them in living their lives. So, the preface is the preface is I kind of have a little bit of main character syndrome going on, but not like that. But it's like I believe that I can accomplish anything, and anybody can accomplish anything. It's just you have to do it. Just do it. You have to be diligent and not be lazy. And I'm kind of hypocritical in that currently, but right now, as I'm recording this, I'm sick. So I'm going to wait like a day or two before initializing my diligence to accomplish affairs. So, my organizational structure for life is that God is real, God is God, Jesus Christ is His Son, and I was created by Him. And there's a lot of preface. I've lived most of my life as I until I was like 10 years old, I was an atheist, and then until I was like 12 or 14 years old, I was an atheist, and then I consumed psilocybin mushrooms, and that made me believe I was God. And then eventually I learned the truth that Christianity is physical reality. But I sustained my organizational structure before I learned that Christianity is reality. And that organizational structure is applicable because the organizational structure that I formulated was only relative to physical operation in the physical world, and it didn't really sustain any claims of the spiritual world. Look at that! Oh, dude, my mandible is like, the diameter of my mandible is like significantly less than my maxilla. I have to adjust my bite so that the gap in my front teeth aligns. But I think so. What I'm going to be doing is basically I'm going to be playing Sims 3 in real life. I'm going to be playing City Skylines in real life. I'm going to be playing Victoria 3 in real life. I'm going to be playing Minecraft in real life. I'm going to be playing Kingdom Come Deliverance in real life. We accomplish tasks in virtual reality, in virtual occurrence. Although we could accomplish those things in real life instead. I didn't want to have any editing for this video, but I guess it's a little, it will improve the video. So accomplish tasks in virtual life, like you build a city, you design a city in city skylines, you spend 8,000 hours of your life, you have 8,000 hours recorded on Steam playing city skylines, but you only have a GED and you work at a minimum wage job. You play The Sims 3, and this is, I don't know how other people, I know I'm a little different with how I play The Sims, but I like to play The Sims and just like, and just work my sim as much as possible, and like when he sustains moodlets, when he's like modifiers to his mood, that he's stressed and he wants to play video games, or he's like lonely and he wants to talk to people. To me, it's like, oh my goodness, dude, like that's not necessary for life, and he's gonna die because of it. So it's like, you send your sim to college, but you work at Subway and spend like 90% and spend like 50% of your income paying rent to a landlord. I guess this clip is gonna get edited. I wanted to make this a one shot, but to be concise, I guess I'm gonna edit this. So, everyone complains that boomers ruin society and they own all the wealth and the assets, but you're not working and you're accomplishing tasks and being diligent in virtual fictional reality. Those fictional tasks indicate your capacity for success in facilitating the tasks you accomplished fictionally in real life. So, instead of like, I play Victoria, when I played it, I don't own a Victoria, I played it during the free weekend, but my favorite part of playing Victoria 3 was like developing the economy and providing goods for the people in it, and that's what was fun for me. And so, why don't I just do that in real life? Why don't I just accomplish my desires in real life? I could play a business simulation game, or I could actually do a business and improve the world. I could actually do business and improve the world in real life. So, you, me, everyone, we can actually do things. We should actually do things in real life and do them. So, my goal is to just my financial goals. I'm going to attempt to live life as well as possible. And so, I'm gonna be starting my own business, which is going to remain private for any to thwart to inhibit any antagonists from potentially obstructing me. And so, this is difficult to explain with my presumption of what your perspective is. It's difficult to communicate what I am comprehending, because, well, we've experienced entirely different things, and I'm assuming the majority, well, if I get any viewers, I'm assuming the viewers that will watch me, that if I sustain a recurring viewership, those individuals will be my peers. I am 21 years old currently at November 24th, 2025. I am 21 years old. 21 years and a month old. And I'm assuming my peers are zoomies that are hedonists, that are unconcerned with anything other than themselves, and I would like to provide assistance and inspiration and motivation to the individuals similar and that are the chronically online archetype. So, you can see currently my room. Well, my room's moderately disordered, and this is my current condition. My life is disordered. I have the quantity of wealth that I have, and my reaction to my current circumstance is to be diligent and labor and accomplish things and develop wealth and do well, where I acknowledge that wealth is irrelevant relative to God, because this life is temporary, this sinful existence is temporary, and my current labors, the ultimate goal for my current labors is to save as many souls as possible for eternity, where before that specific ultimate goal, my previous goal of being wealthy, but not just for my personal, I'm not a very materialistic or greedy person. Like, the only luxury I'm interested in would be a good computational interface where I can interface with others and their computational works, like video games and videos, and I just want a nice gamer station, and other than that, that's the only personal luxury. Other than that, I don't really care. I'll drive a Prius even if I become a billionaire, you know. I'll like that. You get what I mean. And so I'd like to communicate my everything about my current condition, my circumstance, but I think that would be tactically disadvantageous for my financial operation by providing potential intelligence to these observers to you, potential external observer. And so, I'm sick right now. So I'm going to wait a day or two until my fever subsides and my cognitive function sustains normalcy. Then I shall diligently labor with my business, and then I have like personal, like stewardship of my personal estate, which is currently I'm living with my mother. So I have to be a steward over the property, like washing dishes and stuff, and like helping her with physical assistance. Accomplish. Currently, I'm sick. This is my current circumstance that I'm in now. You'll be able to see my background change as I accomplish things. My room will change. So this is my current circumstance, and then I know what I must do to change my circumstance. I have formulated the supposed actions necessary to accomplish my goals. So, I can discuss this more intensively. I just realized, because I just considered my diet. That's a factor. So okay. I don't want to make a script for this, because that would be like less sincere. But maybe in the future, if I have like particular concepts I wish to communicate. But I think this should be unscripted. So, with diet, my assumption is that everything is contaminated. All crops and livestock are fed, hydrated, and are fed with basically tap water. So fluoride, heavy metals, solvents, SSRIs. So I distill all of the water that I consume. Well, most of it. I wash dishes with tap water, and then I don't rinse them, because I think that's like, it's not profitable to consume the distilled water to rinse every individual plate. Maybe I could reuse a plate, and then that'd probably be profitable. I distill all my water, then I remineralize it with sodium chloride, potassium chloride, magnesium glycinate, and then I take calcium citrate pills, capsules, and veggie capsules with the powder inside and microcrystalline cellulose. Calcium is an electrolyte. Brian Johnson, when he was doing in his sauna video, he said that he supplemented his electrolyte ingestion, but he didn't refer to calcium, which calcium is an electrolyte. Mr. Brian Johnson, you failed on that one, I guess. Okay, food. So food. Due to the proposed contamination of the water and its contamination of flora and the fauna that is fed with that flora and the flora that we consume ourselves, I attempt to sustain nutrition with as little food as possible. So I can intend to consume only the most nutrient-dense foods and consume the least gross weight of food possible. my previous conception of the diet, now I'm considering now as I learn more, and maybe this is wrong, but I prefer starches. Starches are superior. So previously, 100% of my 100% of the carbs that I consumed, that I intended to consume carbs, were all potatoes. Potatoes were my only intentional carb source. Now 25% of my carbs I want to attain through simple sugars, mono and disaccharides. So currently that's bananas, but once I sustain more wealth, that will be honey, I guess. So 25% of carb intake through honey, 75% through potatoes. Potatoes are like the best vegetable ever, and probably the only vegetable you need. I agree with like Gotis and Face IQ on diet, to where this isn't currently what I do because I live with my mother and she'd probably like get mad at me because I have a schizophrenia diagnosis, and so anything that's like conducive to her believing that I'm like different from the average person is like bad for me to indicate to her. So I won't eat raw meat until I move out of my mother's house. So potatoes and honey, cod liver oil. I do olive oil. Gotis says it's bad, but if it's good enough for the Bible, it's good enough for me. Then ideally ideally a gram and a half of protein per pound of body weight. Currently I'm doing less. I'm doing 160 grams of protein a day. I'm 6'2", like 190 pounds, 195, 190 pounds. And so 2 tablespoons of cod liver oil, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, a variety of protein, because pork has thiamine, beef has iron content. And then I cook egg whites and I drink the yolks raw. Yeah. Currently, I haven't been very I've been rather diligent to it, but not like perfectly. And ideally, that will be exclusive. Like I'll eat that every single day forever. Potatoes, cod liver oil, olive oil, and the protein source, and that's everything you need. That has like oysters eventually. Once I have the resources for that, I'll do the calculation of whatever micronutrients I need. I agree with Brian Johnson on most things. So I have a red light lamp where I sustain an absence of red light exposure an hour before sleeping to optimize the quality of my sleep, because there is a finite sleep potential you have per day, and therefore you need to optimize the utility of the sleep that you can possibly sustain every day. I agree. I want to. I'm not currently exercising because I want to wait until I have my diet optimized, because those micronutrients and the protein is very relevant. Is very necessary to bodily change. Like, if I were to start exercising now, I would become a different person anatomically, maybe even consciously as well, but anatomically, due to maybe like a theoretical zinc deficiency, because I'm not consuming like oysters as an example of potential zinc source. And so currently I'm losing weight because that's good, and my protocol for weight loss is eating maintenance calories 5 days a week, and then fasting 2 days a week with an equal amount of time between each. So 2 days between each fast, and then there's a third day. Fast 2 days, fast 3 days, fast. Combined with that, walking, because it's low intensity, and so your body has more time to utilize fat as an energy source. So with walking, fat is proportional, is of the calories that you expend walking, a higher proportion of it is fat than higher intensity exercise. So I want I want to maintain as much of my anatomy as possible, decrease muscle loss. So I'm going with low intensity fat loss. In the first month I lost like 20 pounds, and then I've been less, but I used to be like 230. I'm sick right now. I started at like 230 and I'm at 195 now, but I've been like lollygagging. I've been I kind of stopped doing it, kind of. So that will proceed once I'm done being sick, because I need the nutrients. Okay, that's diet and exercise. Yeah, oh, my exercise plan for when I do sustain the sufficient nutrition is full body exercise. Resistance training, rest, cardio, rest, resistance training, looped in that cycle, in that sequence. I kind of agree with Gotis of exercise stressing you and aging you, but with Jesus Christ, with the truth of God, I don't have to fear death, and I can't expect not to die. We all, it is all, there's a, man is fated to die once, and then there will be judgment, and then either you go to hell and for second death, or you gain eternal life through Jesus Christ. So I'm not really concerned. I think the utility of my body adapting to the stress is more advantageous than not aging. To define and state my current health condition, I've exercised moderately before. I've been moderately fit. I've exercised intensely, but for a short duration, which facilitated moderate fitness. And I've done cocaine before, relatively chronically. Maybe I'm just coping, but in my memory, I would like binge once a month for like a day or two, because 24 hours isn't really enough. But like because doing cocaine daily is bad because of the compounding damage. Your body has no opportunity to repair. So it'd be better to do the same amount of cocaine in one session than to distribute it evenly throughout. So if you were to consume 7 grams of cocaine in a month, it'd be better to do it all in one session rather than evenly divide it daily. I think I've sustained some sinus damage. I don't know if my if the wall, and I don't think so, but I'm not certain. But I get bloody bogies. I get bloody bogies chronically. Not frequently, but chronically. So my nasal cavity, my sinuses are permanently damaged and permanently bleeding, and it seems like the mucus is like scabbing and clotting it. So that's a factor. It's permanent. My nasal damage. I'm sure it's had some effect on my heart. I don't know how much, but I just, obviously I'd be delusional to believe that I've sustained some exception, and the cocaine hasn't damaged. So I started when I was like late 16, early 17. I don't remember exactly. That'd be more embarrassing if I started late 16 doing cocaine. And initially, in the beginning, it was like very strict to that binges with long durations between for recovery, and the main purpose was for tolerance, to optimize the experience, so it would be as pleasuring as possible. So one time I went for like 6 months, and to optimize my tolerance. But later on, it became more frequent, and where I'd want to like prolong a session. But being caught by my mom, that restricted that. So I might have become like a daily user by wanting to wanting to be constantly high, but it wasn't able to actually happen. Well, not I didn't want to be constantly high, but like I didn't want that specific session to end when it did, especially because I had to like hide it from my mother and stuff. Okay, I think that's all the health. It's all the health. Okay, so diet, fitness, health, sleep. I'm gonna start a business. It will produce goods. It won't be a service business, because money is basically just labor. And money is divided amongst the supply of goods and services, and therefore when the money supply increases but goods don't increase, inflation occurs. So to actually accomplish something good, I will produce goods. I won't disclose what my business is here, just for safety, to maximize my advantage with the business, because there might be some adversaries about, some malicious actors, some trolls who'd want to harm me. So maybe if it gets like uber successful, then I'll disclose it, but for now, not yet. So So yeah, I currently have the assets. I'm currently in my current circumstance. I know I'm gonna do the labor, be diligent, and the labor doesn't include just financial operation. That also includes everything else, like personal affairs, like cleaning the house and doing stuff diligently, like taping my windows for the winter to increase insulation, or because of my Christianity and my desire for order, I attempt to maximize order constantly. So I attempt to follow secular law exactly because that is orderly and good to do so. And as an example, I didn't do this because I made the excuse of not having the tools, but like when I purchased a bicycle, I read through the entire manual to be diligent in all of the instruction provided by the manufacturer in how to utilize their product. And recently, maybe like a few months ago, I began reading all of the terms and services of products that I utilize. So, if I am unwilling to read the terms of service of a particular product due to lack of perseverance, then I will not use that product. I wanted to download VRChat yesterday and see what's going on there, but terms of service is so long. Oh my god, and it's not worth it. VRChat is not worth reading the terms of service. So order is good, and I attempt to facilitate it. Today, I'm sick right now. My cognitive capacity is reduced due to the fever. So, I'm just gonna relax and chill fat for like another day or 2 or 3, and then I'm observing my bite. If that wasn't interpretable by you who do not know me, because this is my natural bite. Then it makes me like insecure and self-conscious that I have like a recessed chin. So I slide it forward. So the front face of my teeth aligns. Of my jaw teeth aligns with my mandible teeth, my maxilla teeth. And my left, I think my right jaw, or I don't know, one of my jaws hinge on the x-ray, it looked like my left jaw is smaller. But logically, seemingly, it would imply that my right jaw is smaller because my bite is biased towards the right. And so that is occurring due to the lack of displacement from the difference in displacement from my jaw hinge. And my right jaw is smaller, so it pokes out less, and so it's further in, so it can rest deeper and closer to my neck on my right side than there's on my left. But visually on the x-rays, it looks like my left jaw is smaller, but look. And look at, oh my, what the spruce, dude. If I were to align my teeth of one side of my jaw, there's like a half-inch difference on the other side. If I were to feel with my tongue, if I were to align my teeth of my right jaw with my right maxilla, my left jaw is like at least half an inch on the inner side. So it's asymmetrical, and but there are some like tactical advantages to adjusting my bite. Because the jaw is like, it's a hinge, right? It's a hinge, so it would be presumable and interpretable, potentially, that we should be biting with our front teeth rather than, because like when you're biting with your back teeth, you're not really hinging your jaw. It's like you're pulling your jaw back. You're like smashing it upward rather than like hinging your jaw as it is on your hinge. Holy moly, dude. I used to agree with looks maxing, but now that I'm more conscientious of my Christianity, where I was still like fully as identically associated to Christianity, but now I'm more like, I consider more if I'm actually fulfilling Christianity. So I don't know if it's okay to do looks I think the health, because attractiveness is basically just a health indicator. So I think there's some legitimacy to it. Like there's some instruction from looks maxing that is certainly good in a Christian perspective. It is good to be healthy. So like eating collagen for nicer looking skin. I'm thinking of getting laser hair removal, because I lose like 2 points on the normie 0 to 10 scale, like a 1 to 10 scale of the norm. I swear I lose like 2 points with facial hair. It's scuffed. Okay. I think that's all. I'm gonna regret stopping this recording if I think of something afterwards. But you know what? I'm just gonna commit to it. Mar inspired me to actually do this. Like I've had some conception of doing this in the past, but like Mar inspired me to do it. She's a YouTuber, 5,000 subscribers, November 5.6 thousand subscribers about. At November 24th, 2025, a Latinx girl, Latinx girl that just talks about her life. She inspired me to do it because I think she motivated me to do it, to actually facilitate it and make it occur. Because I think what she's doing is good. Not like advantageous to someone, or like more like objectively good. Like trolley problem, choosing to flip the switch and kill no one, like that kind of good. It's not that kind of good, but I like it. I think it's good to do. those past few moments when I was looking back and forth, and I wasn't really thinking about anything or observing anything. It might have seemed like I was looking at myself, but I was kind of just wandering, cognitively wandering, basically. I wasn't sustaining any particular conception. See you later, gamer. Editing this, I've realized this is way too labor intensive, so Saturday is the Sabbath, which is a rest day, so I'll be able to do this only on Saturdays. It consumes too much time. Editing snack. Fitness check. Okay, so November 24, 2025. I don't want to flex my muscles because that's like resistance to it, and so it'll feel like weird and cramped and stuff. So, fitness check. Fitness check. Fitness check. Let's see. I've never looked at my hamstrings before. Let's take a look. Fitness check. Fitness check. Let's see if we can see my latissimus dorsi. Fitness check. Oh yeah, look at that. You can just barely see it. Okay. Fitness check. Fitness check.